My question in today's video, I want you to keep in your mind, is this the perfect beginner's hike? I think it is, but watch till the end and you make your own decisions. I've been in the Lake District for the past week doing some hiking while camping up in the snow on top of the summits, and I thought I'm going to do a local easy hike today before I head home, and I wanted to take you on the journey. So this hike is Catbells in the Lake District. It's not far from Keswick. We come out on the Cumbria Way. It's an okay climb, there's a little bit of scrambling sections. It's very easy for your first hike, and it's perfect for kids, families, and if you've got dogs too. So I think this is one that you'll like. I've done this hike many times and I've ran some guided hikes here as well, so it's an easy one to do. You get 360 views, you get the views over the water, all the way to the mountains. So yeah, I think this one's great. And it brings back some good memories as well. I've walked this route on the Cumbria Way, what I did last year. I'll leave the video below. That was a great hike over a few days. So yeah, it'd be good to get up here today. There's snow on the top, so it should be some really nice views, and I hope you enjoy it. You can park closer for Catbells if you wish, but my recommendation is to start from Keswick. It's a good place to top up your things, top up on some snacks for your trip or a map. But the best thing is, it's a lovely route on the way to Catbells. As you'll see now, crossing over this bridge, beautiful. As you can see on here, the coast to coast cycle route comes past here as well as the Cumbria Way, so very popular. So as you head out of Portinscale, we'll just be following this road for a few minutes until we get back on the paths. Be a long day this. Yeah. Okay, we're finally off the road. As you're still on the road for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, something like that, twisting round, and then you take a bit of a left turn, and now we start to head into the woodland. So we've had town, streams, and now woodland. You get to see it all on this one. And if I remember rightly, we may even get to see, I think the alpacas, llama, alpacas, I don't know the difference. It's one of those. We'll have a look when we get there. Again, the ground's great even this time of year in winter. But as you'll see later on, when the snow does kick in, if you do come this time of year, it's still doable, but you do need some spikes on your shoes, because you'll find later on, when the snow's compacted and it's icy, you'll have no grip. So again, if you're new to hiking, you're thinking, what do you mean spikes on your shoes? I'll leave some links below, unaffiliated. But depending on your shoes, little spikes, they're not great. Or you can get some spikes that are about £15, something like that. So there's no excuse not to have them. And they'll just slot over your shoes and give you plenty of grip. I'll show you when I put mine on later. So as we walk past the Lingholm estate, we'll see ahead, I don't know, the alpacas. Let's have a look at it, tells you on here. There we go, I was right, alpacas or llamas, so there's both. So again, if you come with the kids and family, it's brilliant. All times of the year they get to see this as well, so it's a real mixed bag, this one. Let's have a look on the iPhone. There we go, they're quite far away today, but they often do come right down to this fence. There's not many out today. There they are. So what's that, an alpaca or a llama? So after we say goodbye to the alpacas, it's time to head back into the woods. It's a lovely start to a hike this. It's nice and chilled. You get a little bit of interest, get your blood pumping a little bit before you get to the hill. So after a few minutes of walking through the forest with some lovely views, you'll come out to this little crossroads. There's always a shop here all the way through the year. Good place to get a little coffee, a little snack, to have a little relax if you've been walking. Now you can take a low path and walk round Derwent Water if you just want to do a nice walk round, but where we'll be heading is up through here, and this will take us up the climb to Catbells, and that's what you've come for. Let's go. So we come up this path and then we head to the right and hug the wall and just follow it around. Some lovely views with the other fellas in the background as well. So if you're coming on a hike like this, what sort of gear should you take? I'm quite loaded up today because I've got my camera gear and some other bits. But on a hike like this, again, depends which time of the year you come in. You want some good footwear. You can come up in trail runners, but I don't advise coming up in trainers. You need a little bit of grip. Cheap like hiking boots or something that's grippy anyway that you're confident in. A warm jacket, just in case you get cold up there. Maybe a windproof jacket. So if you don't want to get too warm climbing up, you can zip a very thin jacket on. It's just going to block the wind, keep you warm. A rain jacket. It is the Lake District. You never know when the rain's going to come in. Maybe a hat to keep warm, again depending on the time of year. And some snacks, always good. So have a few snacks and drinks for the hike as well. Now obviously I've come out in January. So this time of year, you're going to have frost on the ground, you're going to have snow. You don't know what the weather's going to do. Today it's going to be nice, should be nice and clear. It is a little bit cloudy high up, but I've bought my spikes for my shoes, as I mentioned before. I've got some slightly thicker boots on that are insulated, just to keep warm. And that's about it, to be fair. Water, obviously water as well from the way up. But if I turn the camera around now, it is a busy route this, so you'll see quite a few people. There's some people going up and down. Now don't be scared thinking, wow, this looks steep. This is a great hike. A little bit of scrambling on the way up, just to keep that interest, but fine for kids too. As you can see, the ground's quite good so far. Should be slippy a little bit higher up, and we're just zigzagging our way up. So straight away, if I turn the camera around, just take a look at those views as we zigzag our way up to Catbells. Already outstanding views. We've only just got on the hill and you've already got these beautiful views. Just check it out. Looking over Keswick, just behind you've got Skiddaw, and in the distance you've got Blencathra. Okay, so this next section that we're just coming up to now, this is a little bit of a steeper section. So it is a little bit scrambly, it's hands-on. In these conditions it is icy. You can't really use spikes on this though, because obviously you need a good footing on the rock, but it makes it a little bit more of an interesting hike. And obviously once you get up here, you're rewarded with a few little views, and we're going to carry on from here. But again, all the time through this, you've just got absolutely fantastic views. So what we're going to do now is just head up the snow, and let's head to the top of this little bit. But it's lovely and fresh, and I'm sure wherever people are in the mountains, it's going to be amazing. The feeling when you come out into the mountains is just something else. I use it, as many people know if you watch my channel, for my mental health. It makes me feel alive. Being out somewhere challenging, walking, it's good for your fitness. I obviously like to throw in a wild camp when I can as well. My struggle is getting out, so hopefully if you follow my channel, follow me on Strava, I post all of my routes on there. If you struggle for inspiration of where to go, find one of my routes and download it. A little trick as well, if you want to download a route on Strava, you don't have to pay for the premium. Find my route, open Strava on the web. Once it's opened, on the top left hand side, click the three dots and you can click Export GPX, which exports the route. And then you can open that file on your phone or computer, whether it be OS Maps, Garmin, All Trails, Komoot, Hiker, anything like that, and then you can follow the route. We've got the good old Catbells just ahead. So yeah, we're just heading along the tops now until the final ascent up Catbells. It does look steep, but it's not far at all. And look at the views, 360 views from here. And if you do fancy a big hike, you can come around the tops here. I think this is the Newlands Horseshoe. So there's quite a few Wainwrights here. And Wainwrights are obviously all the peaks that you can bag in the Lake District, amongst others. So what do you think of the hike so far? Think this is something you do? Or have you done it before? Drop your comments below. Let me know how you find it. And let me know whether you connected this with some other mountains as well. I am meaning to do the Newlands Horseshoe, but I'll do that in better conditions because it's a long day. It's quite a lot to get around. And in snow conditions, it's just not happening, especially doing filming like this, it does slow you down. Lots of people skidding down here. This is the final ascent though, until we get to the top. So for this little section here, I've decided to put on my spikes. These are my micro spikes. I've got quite expensive ones, but you don't need these. These are Cthulhu if you're interested. But you can get spikes like this off Amazon and other places for about £15. I've used those for years. I've only upgraded because my girlfriend likes to come on these winter hikes as well, and she didn't have a pair. So she's gonna have my old ones, and I thought I'd get these because I come out more of the year, and why not treat myself? Yeah, so they go on your front of your boot, and then they just stretch and connect onto the back. I'll just need to pull them up a bit, but you get the idea. And the benefit of those is just so much extra grip. And if you've got them, use them. Yeah, they're fantastic, just loads of grip. You can run up here. Now you can do an out and back on this. We won't be doing that. As we get to Catbells, we'll be going over the top. I imagine it's going to be quite thick snow, but we'll come down the other side. It's more gradual. And then eventually we'll join at the bottom of the hill and follow the same path back. This hike's about 5.5k. Or if you want to park closer in Porting Scale, you're going to knock about 1.5k off that. But I advise going from Keswick, lots of places to park. It's good to go back there after. Get yourself in a Wetherspoons or a pub or a cafe, chat about your hike, share your pictures and chill out. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be going back there and having a cheeky pint of Wainwrights. So this part of the hike, as you can see people coming down here, this is probably the most technical part. It makes it a little bit more fun, and it's quite easy to get up here. It's obviously more challenging in the ice, but you just follow the zigzags up. As you see people coming down here, there's some people taking a steeper path to the left, but it's just hands on. There's drops over to the right hand side, but we're just going straight down the middle, so there's no real drops either side, and it's just going straight up to the top. Stay low, get your hands on, make sure you've got good footing, and away you go. You know, be careful of the person ahead, make sure they're not slipping back, and if you have got somebody behind you, part of your group or not, do help them. It's about helping each other. Your hand.
Well, it's kind of you to offer, you know, to keep down there and like
He's already got. Are you sure?
Yeah. Thank you.
Might be trying to get rid of you. Yeah.
Come back up the skyline, yeah. Might come back up for you guys. I might be alright. I'm in congestion.
Again, you can see it is straightforward to get up, but without your spikes on, you're going to find it difficult. So we'll hang on here a bit, help a couple of people up, and then we'll crack on. Right, just on my way up, I've been bumping into people all the way and having a little chat, and I've just met Blythe and Ellis.
Yeah.
Terrible with names. And they're new to hiking, so I just wanted to ask them a few little questions, and they said they won't mind being on the video. So, how many hikes have you done so far?
Not
Maybe
a whole lot.
five
Maybe
or
five or
six.
six.
5 or 6, and you told me you're on your course to do a few Wainwrights. So,
Yeah.
what got you into your hiking?
Our first one was Vincy, because my family do Vincy every year on Remembrance Sunday, so that's just a little one we've always done. Then he invited Ellis, and then once we'd done one together, we just decided we're going to try and do the rest of them all together.
Try and tick off all the Wainwrights.
Yeah.
So you mentioned as well you've done Hallin Fell.
Yeah, it's
So-
pretty
How
small,
did you find
so
that?
it's quite easy. And then when you get to the top, it's awesome, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't take very long, it's quite easy.
And how do you think this compares to Hallin Fell for views and difficulty?
The view's a lot better. I don't know if it's because the snow helps. It looks better with the snow,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
pretty in the snow.
And it's not too bad because it's a little bit uphill, and then you get quite of a flat
Bit of a
bit, and
rest
then a
to
bit
take
of a
a
scramble
breather.
up here, but it's not too hard. Maybe a bit harder because it's icy. But
Yeah, so I'm making a little video today about what is the perfect first hike. Now, arguably it's potentially Hallin Fell.
Yeah.
Hallin Fell for me.
Because you can park hike, can't you?
Yeah.
You can. It's not much of a hike. It's still a bit steep, but you get some epic views. But this one, if you're looking to get into bigger hikes, you get a bit of everything on this. You've got a little bit of a drop either side. You've got scramble, obviously more tricky in the winter.
Yeah.
Especially no spikes.
spikes.
So I'm struggling getting up there. But yeah, that's great. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And
welcome.
you see yourselves on the video. Thanks very much.
Nice to meet you. Just at the summit of Catbells, just having a chat, and it turns out it's Laura's first hike. And I just want to say, like, you know, how have you found it today? What inspired you to come here today, and how have you found it?
A little bit of a challenge for myself, being told for many years that I couldn't do this type of thing.
Yeah.
I am so here, and obviously my new friend Paul, he's been my inspiration to get here.
Brilliant.
Kindness of obviously bringing us here. Most of it was actually quite easy, apart from this little bottom bit here. More of a fear of heights. So my fear of heights is what stops us, but once I push past the fear of heights, I'm alright.
There's a drop over this side, I was
Yeah.
kind of explaining, but when you're in the middle, if
Yeah.
you're looking down, there's no real sheer
No,
drops
that's not-
here.
Yeah, if I've got a little bit each side, I'm alright. But if I'm sheer, that's when I get the sort of freeze fear where I can't move. So it's pushing past through the freeze fear that I'm good.
Look at these.
My wall climbers.
So she has got some little spikes, but they're a little bit too big, but thought ahead, and you've had some grip, although they're a
Don't
little
get
bit
us
baggy.
wrong though. I have got, my boots are tied to the back of the bag, so I have had the boots on.
Excellent.
I've just swapped into them for the grip to climb.
So, if someone was going to be thinking of doing this for a first hike, obviously they don't have to do it in winter, what would you say is a good first one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's got a bit of everything. This has got a bit of everything. And it looks, from the bottom, it looks hard, but once you actually get to the bottom of the incline, it's actually really easy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There you go. So, thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Hope you enjoy it. Might see you on another one.
You too.
Loads of new people doing this. I hope it inspires you to get out. Everyone enjoying it, everyone having a good time. Fantastic views, 360 all the way around. I'll show you around with the camera now. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. A lot of people are planning to head back the same way. That's not the way to do it. I'll show you the way down. It's just over the backside. Be interesting to see if there's any steep snow, thick snow, but it's a lot more gradual around the other side. It'll take us down to the water. We can follow the path round, and we rejoin the Cumbria Way. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, drop a like and drop a comment. It does help other people see my videos. But it's just something a little bit different today. And I think it shows you don't always have to be doing the big epic hikes. You know, you still get to come out in conditions like this, especially at winter, and obviously in the summer this is different again. As someone like myself who struggles to get out, sometimes it's just nice to be able to pick a hill, a mountain. It's a Wainwright as well, it's something to tick off, and just get outside. That's also why I do my group hikes. I know I haven't done so many lately, but it is winter conditions, so I'll be doing a lot more of those. If you're interested in coming to do a hike, you know, maybe meet me, ask some questions, have a chat, things like that, then do join my group hike with Kris. I've not really posted much in there, I'll be honest, over the last 6 months, but that's going to change this year. I want to get out, meet more of you guys, and if I can help you in any way, then I'd love to. Now I make a point when I go out, chat to people. I know I filmed a couple of people before, it's just nice to hear other people. Yeah, in the summer this is just a nice smooth path, but it's still perfectly doable this time of year. We've probably only got another, by the time this video comes out, I doubt the snow will still be around. Maybe that's it for this year, maybe we'll sometimes get up until March. But yeah, if you decide to give this hike a go, tag me in your pictures. So this is just normally a nice easy path, but a bit slippy today. And you can see we're coming down here, we're going to zigzag all the way around here, round the corner, and you can see the path at the bottom, which takes us adjacent to the road on the Cumbria Way, and we'll just follow the water all the way back to Keswick. if you're wondering how to find out about new hikes and where you want to go, you can obviously get inspiration off YouTube and, you know, looking on some different Facebook groups. I admin UK Hiking, that's a good group to see where people are. But what you want to do is get yourself an app. There's lots of apps out there. Probably one of the most popular ones is All Trails. You can go on there, put an area in where you want to hike or search, and it'll come up with lots of different routes. People comment on them, so it'll tell you how difficult they are, what they're like, how long it will take roughly. So that's a great place to go to find yourself a nice circular route. You've got apps like Komoot, All Trails, Hiker, and there's on OS Maps. You've got Garmin Connect. You can even go on Strava. I think I've mentioned, if you find people who you admire who go hiking and they share their Strava, you can go on there, find their routes, and again, download them. I also plot my own routes. I'll plot it with a variety of different apps for different reasons. And then what I do, I send it through to my watch. I've showed this in quite a lot of my videos. This is a Garmin 7X Pro Solar Sapphire. It is a top model, but you don't need to get it that high. But what it does, I have full mapping on there. So every hike I do, every long distance hike you've seen me do, my Tour de Mont Blanc, I have downloaded a route which I've usually plotted myself. It's on my watch. I click to record it, but I can also follow it. I can see my national trails, the paths, the features, the mountains, the height, the contours. It's absolutely fantastic. I would not hike without it. And if you get lost, you can just manually follow it back, or you can even, there's a few settings on there to take me back to the start, and it'll navigate you back. It can beep when you're off course. I'll have that turned off, but it can beep if you're off course. It can give you little notifications of any ascents that are coming, descents, how long it's going to take. Absolutely fantastic. I've used lots of devices in the past, and for me, I've used these now exclusively for 4.5 years or 5 years. I'm not sponsored by them. Maybe I should be. But for me, it's one of the best things I've ever bought. And as you can see, this path just follows all the way along, comes round to that corner, and it rejoins again down here. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to cut straight down just to save a little bit of time, and then I'll bring you back when I'm at the path at the bottom. Literally 1 minute later, I'm down, back on the path. Just taking my micro spikes off. No need for those now, we're on solid ground, and you only use them in snow and ice. So I'm going to chuck them, flick them on my bag, and let's follow this beautiful path round along the water as we head back towards the bottom of Catbells, and we'll follow the same path back. Right, I've not filmed for a bit, but basically as I got down to the bottom, it's just this road walking alongside Catbells as we get back to the path that we were on before, which I'll show you. But I've been talking with these lads, and it is Mackie, Louis and Harvey. Yep. Getting better with these names. They're relatively new to hiking. Yeah. They did it as kids with the parents and weren't really into it then. But you say it's 6 months you've been doing it?
Yeah, something like that.
And where have you hiked so far?
I've done a few in Wales and Lake District, that's it.
Would you recommend this for new hikers or?
Yeah. All hikers I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, it's decent, no, it is a nice little walk, isn't it?
That way though. It's definitely the one.
Yeah, go anti-clockwise.
Yeah, the way we went up before. And it takes about, would you say about 2 hours? Yeah, so, but they started at the bottom of here, so they parked a little bit closer. But if you start from Keswick, you're going to put another half an hour on your journey. But I recommend that because you've got some views that you're going to miss out on. Okay, I've just got down back onto the road we were before. Now these lads are heading down to the left there, and they said they've parked down there. So maybe you're lucky to find some car parking a little bit closer. But for me, the best place to park is probably Keswick, like I mentioned before, because at least you can go back there, have a bit of a drink, etc. So now we're walking back down the familiar route that you saw before. Might get a coffee just to support the locals at that little cafe. Hi, doing you alright? I'll have a Nutella hot drink, please. Have you got one?
No, Nutella hot chocolate.
Yes, please.
No, that's just £6.
Cheers, and take card, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's your Nutella hot chocolate.
Excellent, thank you very much. Cheers, thank you. Right, so there we go. I didn't get a coffee, I've got a Nutella hot chocolate, and I got a Lucozade as well. But it's good to support the locals, so hopefully you heard that on the video, but they're open on a weekend at the moment, 10 in the morning, or 9:30, 10 till 4. So it's a good place to stop, drinks, snacks, hot drinks, cold drinks. And then from March, they're open during the week as well. Right, I'm gonna drink this as I walk back. Oh, the calories. Oh, that Nutella hot chocolate was good. I've just stuffed it in the side of my bag here. Gleave, no trace, obviously. Don't be leaving your litter, as I just follow the path all the way back. So that's what we've been following, the Cumbria Way, and it goes back into Keswick, half a mile away, down the Cumbria Way again. Back down this path, straight back into Keswick. Perfect, and just like that, we're back in Keswick, outside the Alp Kit shop, ready to get a beer. That hike, all in all, was about 5k up, 5k back. Lovely walk, and again, a great place to finish because you've got all pubs, cafes, everything like that to chill before you get to your car park, which is just around the corner. So I hope you enjoyed that hike. I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration to get out there if you've not got out there before. If you want to copy the link, I will leave it below. It's on my Strava. If you want any more information, do contact me or ask me any questions below in the comments. And if you try it yourself, let me know how you find it. But for me, that's the end of the hike. I'm going to enjoy a much needed pint now and chill out. So if you're not subscribed, please do consider it. I hope you enjoyed the video and drop a like as well. But if you do subscribe, you'll just get notified of any new videos. I do a lot of hiking, wild camping, long distance hikes, but some learner hikes or new hikes too. So if that's what you like, do consider becoming part of the community. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.